I've got to hear about the Queen of Broadway. What is that like?
Oh my goodness. Thank you. Wow, that's so kind. Oh my God. I'm so thrilled. We had opening night last night and I'm just on cloud nine. I don't think I'll ever come down. It's an absolute dream come true. Thank you so much.
Well, was it what you thought it would be? Because that's like the whole premise of this show is we all want to go to Broadway. But is that world what you thought it would be?
I don't think I ever could have pictured or dreamt up what it actually feels like to be up there with that cast. Feel so insanely supported. And I mean, this whole new family is so warm and welcoming, and it truly is better than anything I could have ever pictured. I'm constantly pinching myself.
Okay, so now where do you guys all sit on the idea of going to camp? Because they threatened me with going to camp. And I would not go to camp unless you really made me. Are you the same way, or were you all camp people?
Well, I actually was a camp counselor, but I don't do the woods. So how that happened, I don't know. But it was really fun. I was a little nervous. I was very much like Kourtney, like I need my screens, and I had to be in charge of kids. But it was the best experience ever, and I just got to relive it with everybody this season, and I loved it.
And Frankie, were you like that, or?
I am not a camper.
Right.
I'm not a real big fan of the outdoors. So I'm glad I got to do it in this controlled environment where, it's still kind of glamorous in a way. So no, not a camper.
Julia, were you like that or not?
I mean, I went to theater camp, which is very different than spending your time in the woods doing outdoorsy things, but it was still camp and I still loved it. And camp was definitely a huge part of my childhood growing up. So it was so much fun to portray that on screen.
So how did they decide which of you guys would get to go to camp? Because I'm looking and I'm going, wait a minute, I'm missing this person, I'm missing that person. How does this, square out? Is it just because you were available and they weren't, or what does that turn out to be?
Well, we're all high schoolers and high schoolers have part-time jobs. And so there's a lot of characters in our show that have part-time jobs. And, a real relatable thing is having to spend your summer saving up and doing your work. So that was a big plot line in going into this season. And
do you think that kids are learning something? Is this just a fun one? Or do you think they'll learn something from this season?
Oh, I 100% think they're going to learn a lot this season. I mean, so many characters change and it's very relatable because we not only have comedy, but we speak on issues that, teens deal with during the summer. I know for Kourtney, I really got to touch on anxiety and how to deal with being away from your parents and being in a new surrounding and a new setting. And it was really fun. And I personally struggle with that. So it was really good. And I feel like they'll be able to relate to that.
So when kids come up to you guys and talk to you about the series, what do they want to know?
They just want a photo. I think that's first and foremost.
I just need this for my Instagram.
Yeah,
I don't need anything more, right?
Get the selfie. But no, just to hear, and honestly, the age ranges from like little kids to like full grown adults, just saying like, thank you so much for just your show and the people that you're helping. And I think that's one of the beautiful things about our show is that we're just sending messages out of like positivity and that, just real life situations. And you're getting to see these characters, see how they go through those situations that are very real situations.
So how was it when you heard that Corbin was going to be on the show?
Oh, we were so excited. He is just a joy to be on set with. We learned so much from him and he's been a huge supporter of our show since day one. So the fact that he finally got to be a part of the story and such a huge part of the story was so exciting and a real full circle moment for all of us and the audience that will watch it too.
Did you ask questions? Did you have like, I want to know about this. I got to know about.
Oh, yes. I mean, Corbin was literally just the best sport. I know I was like, okay, so what's the Teen High School Musical? Da, 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 like, da, da, da. But he was literally just the best person and almost like an older brother to all of us, teaching us new things along the way and giving us advice. It was just amazing.
And don't Zephyr on this. I think that was something I learned, right?
Don't do it.
Right? Where do you guys see this going for you? I mean, I'm assuming you'll stick with it until you're done with it, but where does this lead? Broadway for everybody, or what happens?
I mean, clearly we have seen the opportunities that can be given and the dreams that can be accomplished with the show. And it very much aligns, I think, because we're all theater kids, it aligns with, what a perfect foundation to kind of a launching pad to go off and really do anything, because our show covers so much of everything that we do, whether it's like dancing, singing, acting. And so it's fun to start here. And I mean, the sky's the limit.
Well, do it. Will you do it for me? I'm counting on you.
We'll do it.
Yes, but hey, tell Broadway hi too. I'm so thrilled for you, and I wish I were there watching the show. So just know.
Thank you, Bruce. Thank you. That's so kind. I so appreciate that.
Tony.
Oh my God. Oh, we'll see. Thank you. Wow.